And now we move on to GameCube. 007 Agent Under Fire, good game. First time of James Bond games being on the next generation. I actually really enjoyed this one. Nightfire, it's basically the same as Agent Under Fire, but with better multiplayer. A lot of good times playing that one with friends. 1080 Avalanche, I didn't spend as much time playing this one. I love the 1080 on N64, so I had to pick it up. Animal Crossing, I love this game, but it doesn't really work for me too well because the battery in my GameCube is dead, so it doesn't keep time anymore. Yeah, I need to get my GameCube fixed. If anyone knows anyone that does like GameCube repairs, let me know. Bloody Roar, Primal Fury. Great fighting game. Bloody Roar should make a comeback. That'd be awesome. BMX Triple X. I have no idea why this game is available on the GameCube. It's basically like, if you ever played any of the Dave Mirra games, it's basically Dave Mirra 3, and then they realized that he was like, I don't want to tie my name to this, so they just released it as BMX Triple X, and it came with this sleazy ass poster. Rest in peace, Dave Mirra. OG Burnout, never played this one too much, but I saw it, picked it up. Custom Robo. This game is awesome. I really want to replay this one again sometime. It's a good RPG. You build your own robot and all that. Yeah, it's like, I would love to play this one again. Me and my friend, we used to play this game and we would use an action replay to get all these banned like weapons and all that. Good memories. Then one of the greatest fighting games of all time, Def Jam Fight for New York. This game all of a sudden just jumped up in price a couple years back, and now it's like a $250 game, but I guess I bought it for 10 bucks. Yeah, I played the out of this game growing up. I've still got my old save file. One of the best fighting games ever made, without a doubt. Def Jam Vendetta, one of the best wrestling games to ever come out, like post N64 era. This game is awesome, a lot of fun, a lot of over the top. And then Enter the Matrix. This is the version that I remember playing the most. 2 discs, got this for my birthday. Not that good, but I still love it, you know. Eternal Darkness. This is one of the greatest games on the entire console. One of the best horror games, period. Everyone always loses their for this one. It's really expensive. I still have the receipt when I bought it at Game Crazy for $3 back in 2007. Yeah, this game, it's a blast. Resident Evil is still really good. It's more of a puzzle game. This game is just genuinely fun. Evolution Skateboarding. This is one of the worst skateboarding games ever, but I gotta get a skateboard. Extreme G3, not as good as Extreme G2 on N64. It's still cool, it's still really fast. Hyper bikes, you know. Freaky Flyers, this is kind of like a hidden gem on the console. Me and my old roommate, we used to play this one all the time. It's just kind of like a flying combat, you know what I mean? It's kind of like Mario Kart, but you're flying. Good game. Freedom Fighters, this game's really cool. It's just squad-based tactical shooting. Good story. Freestyle Street Soccer, it's just like NBA Street or something like that, but for soccer. A Blockbuster exclusive, surprisingly fun. And then F-Zero GX, banger of a game, everyone knows that. Really hard. Ever since this one, Nintendo kind of realized that they can't really top it in terms of F-Zero. It's like, where do they go from here? Just even re-release it, honestly. Gauntlet Dark Legacy, finally beat this one for the first time a couple years ago. It's a classic. Ghost Recon, this game is freaking sick. It's very similar to Rainbow Six, but just imagine Rainbow Six in the jungle, you know? It's fun. I like it a lot. Growing up, I really liked the Tom Clancy games. Godzilla Destroy All Monsters. Godzilla Destroy All Monsters. I love Godzilla. This one's awesome. One of the best Godzilla games ever made. And I don't think it was a launch title, but it came out really early into the GameCube lifespan. It's cool. Good fan service. Surprisingly, this is a good game. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Yeah, it kind of plays like a 3D Zelda game, honestly. I'm still surprised that I liked this game as much as I did. I haven't liked any of the other Harry Potter games since. Oh, I do have a Game Boy player. I've also got the Game Boy Player disc. Kirby Air Ride, not a big fan of this game, honestly. It's just kind of too simple, you know? There's not much to it. It's fun for like maybe 30 minutes, and then you're like, I feel like I've done everything in this game. Twilight Princess, it's a good game. Like, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. It's kind of hard to go back to, you know? It's like collecting all the orbs. It's a slow one. I remember it's a good game. Not my favorite. Wind Waker, I've had this one since the day it came out. And I remember even back then, one of my favorite 3D Zelda games. The story's awesome. If you haven't played Wind Waker, go do it. You'll do yourself a favor. Then we got Double Dash, same thing as before. Mario Kart rules. What more needs to be said? Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, one of the greatest golf games that I've ever played. I like it more than Mario Golf 64. And then Luigi's Mansion. Luigi's Mansion, a lot of fun. Pretty short. It's kind of like Resident Evil for kids. Short and sweet. Good game. Mario Power Tennis. I didn't like this one as much as Mario Tennis on N64, but it's still good. Just didn't click with me the same. Gotta have the Mega Man X collection. All 6 of them are really good in my mind. 6 probably being the weakest of them. Still cool to have, you know? Especially with how expensive those games are now. Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes. I guess Kojima didn't like this game at all for some reason, but I don't know, it was the first Metal Gear Solid game I ever played, and I thought it was freaking awesome. Metroid Prime and Metroid Prime 2. Some of the best FPSs ever made. MLB Slugfest 2003. This is a fun one. It's just like Blitz, but for baseball, and you can just punch each other. It's good. NBA Street, NBA Street Volume 2. Again, it's just a good time. Then we got Blitz 2002. I actually didn't play this one too much. I like the older OG style Blitz games. Got Pikmin. Pikmin is great. That's probably my favorite of them. Pikmin 2, good. I don't like the cave system. It just ends up being kind of tedious. The OG Resident Evil. I completed Resident Evil for the first time recently. Great. Awesome. Resident Evil 0, not as bad as everyone says. I think I already said that. Yeah, those games used to terrify me when I was a kid. Resident Evil 4, one of the greatest games ever made. Simpsons Road Rage. It's just Crazy Taxi, but you're Simpsons. It's okay. Not terrible. Not great. I'd prefer Crazy Taxi over that, but it's fun, you know. The Sims on console, it didn't really work too well, but at the same time, I put a lot of time into it. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. This was the first GameCube game that I ever owned, and I put so much time into Chow. So much time into the Chow Gardens. Like, me and my friend, we printed out like binders worth of notes on how to get like the best perfect stat Chow and all that. I don't know why. But yeah, hundreds of hours playing this game. Regardless of what people say, this is the last good 3D Sonic. Well, no, Sonic Generations was good, but this is better. Sonic Color sucked. Splinter Cell, great. This is an interesting one, Space Raiders. I don't really know too much about it. The only reason I really got it was because I saw that it was a GameCube exclusive that I hadn't heard of. It's like Space Invaders, but it's 3D and you play as a dude on the ground with a gun. Soul Calibur 2, great. Can't go wrong with Soul Calibur, especially the one with Link. I mean, the one with Link was cool, and then you got the one with Spawn on Xbox, and then you got the dude from Tekken on PS2. Like, that's the worst version. Splinter Cell Pandora Tomorrow. Not as good as the first one, but it was still really good, you know? Something about the level design in the first one just really stuck with me. This one was more jungly. SSX Tricky. Again, one of the greatest snowboarding games ever made. SSX 3, the greatest snowboarding game ever made. SSX On Tour. It's still good. It's still a lot of fun, but after SSX 3, going to this one, it's kind of weird. For some reason, games of the era tried to have this like kind of art style where they're trying to be like, I don't know, they're trying too hard to be like cool and punk, but it's like, it's okay. Still a lot of fun, but kind of weird. Star Fox Adventures, really good game. This is probably the best Zelda game one of the best Zelda games that's not actually Zelda, but it plays just like a Zelda game. Star Wars Bounty Hunter. This game is fun until it's not. It gets to a point where it just sucks. Where it's just like, what was it? You have to like poison this one dude and he's just escaping. It's a nightmare. Never beat it, but still cool to have. Rebel Strike, Rogue Squadron 3. This one's cool because also it comes with Rogue Squadron 2 Rogue Leader, but in a co-op mode. And that was never available in the original Rogue Leader, so yeah. And this one's also, it's not as good as Rogue Leader. There are missions where you have to like run around and those are just kind of simple. But it's cool. Mario Sunshine. Finally 100% this game for the first time a couple of years back with the 3D All-Stars collection. It's definitely a rushed game, but I mean, it's not as hard to do as everyone says it is. I still have fond memories of that game. Almost done with the GameCube. Monkey Ball 2, my favorite Monkey Ball game. It's Monkey Ball. Melee. Tales of Symphonia, best RPG on the GameCube other than like maybe this and Paper Mario. Best Tales game in my mind. Definitely recommend it. Time Splitters 2, awesome game. One of my favorites. Future Perfect, another one of my favorites. Me and my friends just put so much time into Time Splitters. I've still got the memory cards with all the levels that we made it like growing up. Again, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, can't go wrong. Tony Hawk 4, Underground, Underground 2. And those ones, I can't say enough. They're all awesome. This is where the series started to go a little bit downhill for me. They tried making it open world, but and like reducing load times, but it just didn't work in my mind. It's still good, but this is the last like decent Tony Hawk game. Beautiful Joe 2, a lot of fun. Beautiful Joe kind of, I feel like it's been forgotten about. And Beautiful Joe 2, it's just more of the same, but really good. Then we got Wave Race Blue Storm. Wave Race Blue Storm. It's Wave Race on GameCube. Really good graphics. The water physics are awesome. And yeah, good game. I like the GameCube a lot.